Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. What you're about to learn could radically transform the way you approach your daily grind. Imagine consistently harnessing your maximum creative capacity. Sounds like a pipe dream? Well, stick around because we're diving deep into an arsenal of tactics that are going to fortify your creativity like never before. Now, let me ask you, are you ready to confront the invisible forces that are brutally sabotaging your creative genius? To kick things off, let's dismantle a common stereotype. Creatives you might picture a hipster in designer threads brainstorming in a chic office. The truth? Creativity isn't confined to a stereotype. Whether you're plotting strategies or brainstorming solutions, your mental gears are churning out creativity. Yes, you might be an accidental creative without even realizing it. We're all tasked with conjuring up a stream of fresh ideas, yet churning out brilliance is a bumpy road fraught with mediocrity. Enter Todd Henry, an eminent voice in the realm of productivity, who slices through the noise with a revelation that our creative sparks can follow a rhythm rather than random flashes of inspiration. Now, brace yourselves as we combat the three notorious creativity assassins that lurk in the shadows of our workspaces. First up is dissonance, that itch for resolution, the urge to connect the dots. Our brains are wired for a satisfying conclusion, thank the allure of a good story. This urge, however, often spirals into creating overly intricate systems when simplicity would suffice. We complicate to comfort our discomfort, thereby distancing ourselves from the essence of our intentions and mistakenly funneling our creative zest into needless complexity. Next, let's confront fear, or ingrained survival tactic to stay within the herd. The fear of standing out can stymie our willingness to propose innovative ideas, risking the safety of group conformity. Paradoxically, the anxiety of success can be equally crippling, with the dread of unfounded expectations or fear of not replicating success leaving our creative courage in the dust. And the third assassin? Escalating expectations. Our aspirations and precedents set a bar so high that our creative process chokes before even taking its first breath. Like a merciless filter, this perfectionism rebuffs anything less than stellar, denying the fusion of mediocre ideas that could potentially evolve into greatness. Now, to triumph over these formidable foes, let's take inspiration from football legend Vince Lombardi, who championed the return to basics. To stay ahead of the assassins, we adopt a fresh acronym for our weekly game plan. F encapsulates focus. At the onset of every week, pinpoint your top priorities. These will act as a compass guiding your activities and insights. The R signifies relationships. By purposefully nurturing our connections, we tap into a collective wellspring of experiences, broadening our horizons and inspiring creative vigor. E stands for energy. Vitality is the lifeblood of creativity. Crafting rituals that emphasize physical well-being sets the stage for mental sharpness. Moving on, S is for stimuli. Mindful consumption of information is pivotal. It shapes our creative output. Curate your reading and media to fuel your intellect. Lastly, H mirrors hours. Time allocation is key. Reflect each week though your scheduled hours show commitment to your strategic focus, cultivating relationships, nurturing energy, and absorbing meaningful stimuli. By grounding each week with a fresh start, you're gearing up to keep the creative assassins at bay, enabling a sustained brilliance that doesn't hinge on chance. Todd's insights are just the springboard. There's an ocean of wisdom in his book to maintain your creative edge and navigate the everyday trials and tribulations of the conceptual world. If you're yearning for consistent creative clarity, this one's a must-read. Remember, subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and hitting the bell will set you on a course not just to combat your creativity's assassins but to elevate your capabilities to uncharted heights. As we wrap up this voyage into the heart of creativity, I pose a challenge. What steps will you take to reclaim your creative prowess and shield it from these stealthy assassins? Your journey to sustained innovation begins today. And for those who gleaned value from this exploration, consider showing appreciation proportional to the insights gained. Your support fuels this repository of wisdom, and for that, a hearty thank you. Thank you for tuning in. May your creative force be undaunted. Welcome, gentlemen. Prepare for an unexpected dive into the fine art of transformation. Imagine you're at the helm, steering your team through uncharted waters towards the X that marks the spot of a brand new project management tool. But here's the catch. Rational arguments are your compass and map, yet they alone won't lead you to the promised treasure. Why? Because within each of us lurks a duel of dual natures, the rational versus the emotional, the thinker and the doer. Let's set sail and discover how to harness both for unstoppable change. Now, You might think of yourselves as captains of logic, leading with facts and figures. But let's face it, when the emotional currents of the mind run strong, all the logic in the world weighs less than a feather in a storm. For instance, picture yourself committed to a diet, yet confronted by a plate of warm, irresistible cookies that tug of war between craving and willpower. It's your internal elephant, massive and powerful, that tips the scale every single time. The trick to influencing change in others, be it a colleague, a partner, or even yourself, isn't just selling the positives of transformation but tapping into that emotional powerhouse. How so, you ask? Let's start by celebrating progress, even the smallest of victories. Recount the tale of a car wash that cleverly nudged customers towards loyalty with a simple head start 2 free stamps on a loyalty card. That feeling of being ahead inspired twice as many to complete the journey. It's as though you've already knocked out the first chunk of learning a new software, sailed through the first few leagues of a marathon voyage, or shed the first pounds from ditching sugary drinks. But what if there's no past progress to leverage? Simple. Challenge the more yourself esto, a mini quest, a 5-minute tidy up, a dash of decluttering your room, or maybe just organizing those scattered thoughts, picking up the gauntlet for a brief sprint rather than a marathon. And when the time's up, each step taken, no matter how small, is a testament to progress, a pat on the back from your more rational side. Ignite motivation even further by aligning change with one's self-image. Folklore tells of the St. Lucia parrot, with the island's people transforming from poachers to protectors by embracing the bird as a proud emblem of their nation. Your quest for change can similarly be anchored in personal or aspirational identities, a kind of loyalty not to a card, but to oneself. Successful captains don't just inspire their crew, they navigate them clearly. Erase ambiguity. Provide clear directives. Your friend embarking on a gym routine should not just sail aimlessly towards go to the gym, but should have a map detailed with every lift and step, minus the trivial choices like attire or where to anchor the day's sweat away. Remember, men, we are all complex vessels with both a rational thinker and an emotional titan aboard. To change course, you need to win over that titan with a feeling of progress and identity alignment, then chart a clear, unambiguous path for the thinker to follow. Here's why you'll want to stay with me until our journey's end. You'll reveal secrets that'll not only stick in your memory but might just change the way you weather the storms of change forever. And if you glean value from our voyage, consider a reciprocal salute, a tip in the spirit of our shared treasure hunt, with a link patiently waiting in the description. And now, to power through the tides ahead, take a moment to signal your commitment to our quest. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and be part of the crew that navigates towards success and mastery of the tumultuous seas of change. So, as we conclude this session, I wonder, what actions from our grand voyage will you implement in your life? Will you command your ship with new authority, tame the inner elephant, and chart a course for change? Drop anchor in the comments and share your captain's log. Until next time, set sail towards a horizon of success, and may your endeavors be as fruitful as the plunder of 1,000 ships.